have a little different schedule. You don't want to hear all this noise and racket because you work at night, work a third shift or whatever. But then there are those of you who been scrambling this morning to get the kids out of the house, get them on to school, and get on to work. And we want to remind you, of course, that the school zones have different speed limits between now and 9 o'clock. So please watch out for the babies. Watch out for the babies. Watch out for the kiddos. Watch out for yourself. Watch out for those assistant principals on the transportation duty. Hey, we got a good show ahead. We got some stuff to talk about.
We got a good show every morning here.
We got some stuff to talk about. I mean, y'all had a little ruckus at City Hall yesterday.
Lord.
Yep.
Man, where the Marines at?
Oh, my goodness. And we got Border Patrol people all over the creation. And they're like picking up people. And, dozens and scores of people and all these pictures. And it's like picking up the worst of the worst. And it's like,
man,
where are they?
They went and picked up my little cousin. We had to go get him.
No.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
His name was Gonzalez. We like, no, man, he black. He Creole. They said that's
Are you serious?
I said, they didn't see his name, Jamal Gonzalez. They went and picked up my little cousin, man. Yeah, Glow's son on her daddy's side. Yeah,
oh, man.
I'm only serious.
All right.
Yeah, so it's called ICE. You got to check. This New Orleans, man.
Yeah.
We all look like immigrants.
Yeah. Whole bunch of us.
Man.
Yeah.
We had to go get you. We had to go get Jamal Gonzalez. They say he was from Nicaragua. Nicaragua.
Okay. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Gregory,
you can't have fun on a Friday.
Yeah. Well, Gregory Bovino, that's the guy you've been seeing all over the national news and other places. He's the guy that the Trump guy.
That's Matt Dillon.
Wide Earth. Yeah, he's the one they've been sending him, and
that's a real cowboy.
He's the one that doesn't wear the mask. I want you to know.
That's John Wayne.
I want you to know who I am.
That's a cowboy.
All my people, I want them masked up.
I bet you.
But I want you to know who I am.
Meet me in the middle of Dodge City at sunup.
Man. Yeah. I want you to know who I am. I'm here to take care of business, and yes, that means you.
Yeah.
They can't quite define the you other than the worst of the worst criminals, but. When you pick up dozens and scores of people, and what you come up with is a handful who have some convictions that, maybe they're worse than the other people, but you're getting a lot of people going to work. Yeah. They're citizens. They have green cards. Or they're immigrants, but they've committed nary a crime.
I did a CNN interview the other day, and I've done a few national interviews, but I was national the other day, and I got a lot of calls about it.
I filled in for you on the one you couldn't do.
It's we don't need these roving or roaming posses, and I said that surely they know who you and I are. They know what we do. Watch, listen to our phone. They monitor what happens here on Black Radio. And surely they know who the worst of the worst is. And they could coordinate with local officials and go all of this stuff.
Be very targeted.
And be very targeted. All of this stuff
is
for effect. It's for a political point. It's make America great again. And it's all about a political agenda because you don't have to disrupt work sites. You don't have to create paranoia in cities to go find out who the people are who are rapists, murderers, pedophiles, abusers, drug dealers, and the ones who are hurting us. If they can get intel to drop a bomb on a boat off the coast of Venezuela, in the Gulf of America, Mexico, they know that they could do something better and more targeted than what they're doing with these ICE raids, ICE posses, I call them.
Yeah. Yep. Well, they
Yeah, but yesterday,
rushing up with the SUVs on a car that's parked. Not a chase.
Yeah,
The people parked. I mean, they're not trying to go anywhere.
Well, but that's not new, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
well,
so let's be real with this conversation, right?
Okay.
We grew up in the Lower Ninth Ward.
Okay.
When they made a heroin life sentence, if they would say when intent, when they started mandatory minimums, how did the feds roll up in our neighborhood to get our cousins and our brothers and our sisters?
Okay.
They rolled up 20 deep,
Yeah.
10 cars,
Yeah.
20 agents
Yeah.
for one person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but the difference is there was nobody protesting to save black boys and girls.
Mm.
There were no one running to our community. There were no coalitions of kids with trust funds and all of these groups who were fighting to stop them from purging our neighborhood. That's the only difference.
Mm.
But the federal government has always done it like that.
I hear you. Well, let's talk.
And somebody call and dispute it. 504-582-9422.
Yeah, maybe you've seen something different.
Have you forgotten how they would roll up with the feds, with the U.S. Marshals, with the sheriffs, with the FBI, with the NOPD for one subject?
Mm.
This ain't new. This isn't new in our neighborhood. Well, not for me.
I got you.
Somebody call up to dispute that.
All right. Well, you can do that while we're on break, and we'll come back and talk some more about this and some other news and tell you about our guests for today. We got some great guests. Looking forward to that a little bit later in the show.
The city's new chief of staff and Liberty Bank.
Again, talk line is 504-582-9422. 504-582-9422. WBOK, 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Good morning and happy Friday. I'm Morgan Lentis with WDSU News, and here's a look at today's headlines. This morning, Operation Catahoula Crunch is entering day 3. Yesterday, immigration enforcement ramped up across southeast Louisiana. Agents were seen arresting people in Kenner and Marrero. Homeland Security shared the pictures of 6 people they say have been arrested so far. DHS officials say they are targeting illegal immigrants with a criminal history. Then the future of the Leah Chase School in New Orleans is still uncertain following a school board meeting last night. The school district and community members discussed the feasibility and future of the school, which is facing a deficit and a decline in enrollment. It is the first district-run school in 2 decades, but because of ongoing challenges, board members must decide if the school should continue operating or close down. Again, there was no vote either way last night. And finally, the Manning Family Children's Holiday Parade will roll this weekend, just on Sunday instead of Saturday. That's due to rain chances on Saturday. The parade will now start at 12:30 Sunday afternoon and roll through the French Quarter, down Canal Street, and onto Tchoupitoulas. We'll have live coverage of all the sights and sounds on WDSU. That's until 2:30 p.m. And that is a look at today's headlines. I'm Morgan Lentis with WDSU News. Have a great day and a better weekend.
Hey everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks.
And Kimber White Dupree.
From the front porch, y'all. You know how we do. Every Monday is Movie Monday.
And Tuesday is Trivia Tuesday.
And y'all know we have nothing but bad cheering coming through here on Wednesday.
But stick with us. On Thursday, we travel.
That's right. And Friday's Free Your Mind Friday, so get your brass up.
Something on your mind? Want to get it off your chest?
Holla at your people. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to
all day long.
Hello, New Orleans. This is Jeff Thomas. This holiday season, I pray that you have joy, love, peace, and happiness. And if you don't have those things, I pray that you have the courage, strength, and resilience to see it through. Blessings for all this holiday season.
Good morning, wake up.
The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
And welcome to the Good Morning Show. Welcome back to those of you all who are already up and rolling. And welcome to those of you all who are just tuning in.
504-582-9422, man. Call us about
Give us a ring.
Yeah,
Give us a ring.
City Council got bum rush yesterday, man.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So y'all had a regularly scheduled meeting.
They were
City Council chambers.
Screams and
at
middle
City
fingers.
Hall. And it looked like more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 10 people wanted to have something to say.
Yeah, it was in protest group. Much of the group was we were familiar with. They were also part of the Palestinian group that were fighting for justice and save the kids or stop what they had deemed as genocide or the killing of innocent people in Palestine and Gaza. They were there mixed in with the anti-ICE, anti-border patrol groups also in the city council, and it got a little heated. One of the things that...
Now, at what point did that happen? Had you all already started, or
look, leadership has different styles. There are people, and that's why elections matter and leaderships matter. And the council leadership they've been consistent lately. And if something's not germane to the subject, then move on. Next person, if they're not germane to the subject. So council leadership had decided that please keep it on topic, and if it's not germane, then they cut your mic off and we'll move on to the next speaker.
Mm-hmm.
And once Council Member Morrell stuck to that policy, which he has been,
which is what he has been doing,
which he has been doing, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, right.
You or I may do something different.
Yeah, right.
But he's been consistent with that. And then the protesters started to protest. So, and it really got heated.
Well, from the video I saw, it looked like it was quite a bunch of folks, and got a little raucous.
It was
a little
about
rowdy.
20.
I didn't see anybody beating on people.
Yeah. But somebody got carried out.
Somebody got carried out.
Yeah, somebody got carried out.
For touching somebody.
He started kicking.
Oh.
Yeah, he started kicking, and he tried. Well, let me say this. I think people have the right to process.
Absolutely.
I might have handled it differently, but I appreciate consistency. As long as you're consistent, right?
Yeah.
He started kicking, and once he started kicking, then and he tried to make it seem like the security were the initiators, but they really weren't. All they were doing was asking them to leave, and that's an old setup, right?
Right.
And they touched me. Yeah, but after you kicked me in my balls, I touched you, right? So, and I would say stop that. That tactic doesn't work. But I also don't like it when people who have the right to protest, the right to voice their opinion, when they're not heard. But the rules are the rules.
Right. And so that's city council. So it would have been okay. And this does happen when a group like that, for reasons similar to this, and they do it on the front steps of City Hall.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
but this time it
so-
was in the chamber. It was,
Yeah, right.
and there was some, middle fingers, people screaming in people's faces, and it's an interesting time now. It's a lot of anger.
I mean, but you do understand why these folks feel the way they do, and
I
they're not.
opened
They're
up with
not.
that.
They're not there to talk about an ordinance. They're not there to talk about the latest budget move.
Yeah, most of them. Most of them
there's
are
some
there.
things
most
that
of
are
them.
making them emotional, and
But one size don't fit all.
right.
I'm never gonna wrap everybody
Yeah.
up in a saintly halo
Mm-hmm.
or a devilish
Mhm.
intention.
Mhm.
There's always some people who take advantage of a situation
Yeah.
because they want the attention. But let me say this: the one man, Brother Hakim, young man, who I have a lot of respect for, who's been one of the leaders in the for the Palestinian community, as well as this anti-ICE border patrol movement. Good brother, good guy. Now, can I say that about everybody attached to the group? No, they don't say that about everybody.
No,
about
just for
everybody.
starters, you don't know
I don't
everybody
know
who
everybody.
was there.
They don't
Yeah,
say that
right,
about,
yeah,
about
right.
every politician,
Yeah,
every
yeah.
talk show host.
Yeah, right.
Now, the intention to give attention to a cause that we all agree upon. I mean, in my CNN interview, I got national attention for saying we don't need these roving posses.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need Matt Dillon
Mm-hmm.
and Wyatt Earp going out rounding up people when there's a better way to do it. So we all agree with that. But to begin to be disrespectful, kick people, I don't even like the calling folk out of their name.
Yeah.
There was council staff and security that were being called Uncle Tom,
Oh, man.
Klansmen, and they were black. That's sound good.
No.
But I mean, you
And there's a whole nother thing about whether
yeah.
that would even be applicable.
Right.
But
You lose
yeah,
me
yeah,
when you
right.
do
yeah,
that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you was this situation that has happened before on another issue?
Yeah,
Do you?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that council had to leave their seats, the dais, and to be safe.
I think
So
that's,
let
I
me
think that's
raise
the conversation.
that.
Let's
Let's raise
let's go
that.
there.
Yeah.
And of course, I was elected first in 1994. I was out of office for 14 years. Everything is different about now in terms of how government works, the relationship with the community. I've never seen so much separation. I remember when Jerome Smith would come and take over City Hall with the kids, all of the kids, and Big Duck, that's my cousin. Each kid would take a council seat.
Before the council came.
Before the council got there.
Yeah, right.
And they would sit there, and the council people would stand up, and he would protest. He would go to the mic. A young person would also go to the mic. They would read the creed, the tambourine, the fan.
Mm-hmm.
They would state the issue, and then they would leave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They ain't threaten anybody.
Nope.
Didn't point middle finger at anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't call anybody Uncle Tom. Talk about their mamas.
Mm-hmm.
But it was forceful.
Yeah.
They took the building, and then they left. It's a different time now. I remember Tracy Washington, attorney, after Katrina, or before, I forgot what it was. It was when the federal government was talking about getting rid of public housing. And she led a charge with hundreds of people who came there, took over the chamber, they stated their case, they left. I'm more concerned now. And this is a great topic, Will. Thank you for bringing it up. I've never been afraid to walk in my community or walk amongst my people. You see me at the second line.
Yeah.
Or walking through the projects, mentoring kids. It's where we come from. But the level of anger and angst from people you don't know, that's what's different now, right?
Yeah.
They got people in these groups now, they're a little different. They like the guy who shot Charlie Kirk killed the CEO,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it in their eyes, and you can see it in how they interact in protest. That's different.
Yeah.
About it.
Mm-hmm.
The protest part, there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Elected officials, public officials, and even protesters, the people are getting killed and hurt all over this country. I don't think that gets us to a place where we can solve some of these issues. I think it gets us to a place where we're fearful to even be around each other.
So, and with that fearfulness, as safe as you might have felt in the past, you see that, and you got to make a different decision.
And for somebody like me, well, we come because I'm gonna defend myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you slap me once, I might slap you twice. You know, because I got a family to go back to. You know, I got people who love me like you love your issue.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think there has to be a better way to do it. And look, man, look, just don't touch me. Don't talk about my mama, you know, don't spit on me. You can say all you want, but when you start threatening people, and this is what's happening now, it's a little different.
And then you have the layer that it's not just a individual's choice of how I respond as an elected official and their security and protocols and safety and
yeah, I ain't never.
and then
I ain't never worried about words. Man. You can talk.
You know, so.
You can talk all you want.
Mm-hmm.
But people ain't just talking now, man. People are shooting, stabbing, kicking, spitting, putting hands. And for anyone who thinks that's the way to get to an agreement, I can tell you maybe the way to make a statement.
Right.
But that's not how you get to an agreement.
Right. I got you. All right. Well, we're going to go to break, folks. And when we come back, we'll have some more news, information, and conversation right here on the Good Morning Show. You're hearing our voices. I am Will Sutton, and this is Oliver O.T. Thomas.
Love y'all. Happy Friday.
Friday. And it is 7:26.
Go Tulane Green Wave.
How about that?
Win tonight.
Yeah.
Win and you're in.
Yep. 7:26 a.m. You got somewhere to be at. 7:30. You got 4 minutes. I hope you take it slow, or maybe you're already pulling into that parking spot.
Go St. Augustine car.
Hey.
All those New Orleans
Wouldn't
teams.
that be something? Purple and gold.
Ooh, it's possible, too.
It is possible. Well, we shall see. This is WBOK, 12:30 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Never sleeps, and neither does WBOK. Now, every voice, every moment, and every show is in your pocket. Search WBOK Media wherever you get podcasts. Download, share, rate us 5 stars. Because when you support us, you amplify Black voices and the New Orleans culture.
Hi, this is Cary Grant. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events and sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join us every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Cary Show.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-5787. 3060.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Ever notice that everyone always wants more of a good thing? More rewards, more savings, more special offers? Well, when you become a new member of the Fuel Rewards program at Shell, that's exactly what you get, more. Join today to save 10 cents per gallon on your first fill, 20 cents on the second, and 30 cents on the third. Then enjoy everyday savings afterwards. Want more? Then head to Shell where members get more.
Offer valid from 4/21/25 through 10/31/25 at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com/join25 for more information.
Saints of God, it's time for us to tell you the truth. It's time for you to start your 21-day challenge. Don't take another day. Do it right now. Call 504-701-4711. That's the whole water stove, Pastor David Impartan Sr., the host of Change Your Water, Change Your Mind. This is the water that's designed to change your body, the way you think, the way you act, and the way you look. Why don't you start your 21-day challenge today? For $35, you can start it right now. Call me so we can set up your appointment. 504-701-4711. That's 504-701-4711. Change your water, change your mind.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityWealthManagement.com. Sports franchise valuations are skyrocketing and garnering a lot of attention from investors. Nicole Pullen-Ross is one of the highest-ranking black women on Wall Street, and she's head of sports and entertainment solutions at Goldman Sachs. And she spoke to Bloomberg about the different investors she works with in sports.
Some of our clients who are long-term investors in the space have been investing as a private family for generations. And those families have really leaned in mostly around passion. And we're seeing them look not only to the sport that they may have started with, but look at multiple sports, potentially in a same city or potentially across the world. And we see new investors who are trying to put a toe in the water.
A lot of these new investors are coming from private equity. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
On the golf tee, it's Skechers World Champions Cup. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. It's PGA Champions Tour golfers from all over the world. Team USA versus Team Europe versus Team International. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. The competition will be tense, but feet will be comfy. Tune in to Skechers World Champions Cup. Final round of golf on Sunday, December 7th on ABC, 1 to 5 p.m.
Hi, this is Wendell Pierce, partner at WBOK, and I'd like to wish you and your family a very happy holiday season from all of us here at WBOK 1230 AM.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. It is 7:32 a.m.
In the morning.
I am Will Sutton, and this is Oliver Thomas next to me.
WS, no T.
All right. 7:33 a.m. now, so if you're up and about and on your way to work or dropping the kids off, please be careful. Watch out for the speed limits in the school zones. at least until 9 o'clock. And keep yourself safe. Watch for the
If
babies.
you ain't up, get up.
Watch for the babies and the kiddos. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And speaking of traveling, for those of you all that use the Causeway Bridge, we just got a report that the southbound bridge is closed. 8-vehicle accident. 8-vehicle accident.
What's the one thing we can count on? Will?
Yeah.
What's the one thing we can count on in this city?
Accidents.
No, bridges being closed.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's for sure.
Every time you turn around, there's a bridge closed, an overpass.
Yeah, if it's summertime in the Lower Ninth Ward, there's a bridge closed.
Which is crazy, right? Which is crazy, and it's a state bridge, right? So the state waits to work on the bridges and overpasses when it's hurricane season.
Yeah, right.
I guarantee you, come May and June.
I know it's not an accident like that,
and
but,
we
but
laughing,
it just
but it's not
reminds
funny.
me, and it's like,
And you know it.
We know
You know
this
the
is,
history.
We know this is.
We
this
know
happens.
come hurricane season, and you don't see them working on them now.
For those of you all who never been in that part of the city,
where we come from,
just imagine hurricane prep, hurricane thinking. Forget about the people who don't think about it and just get caught by surprise.
Let start laughing right away, because
But imagine somebody saying, "This is the route you take."
This is the only way you can get out.
But we're gonna close it.
This is your. We high-fiving in the studio,
Oh,
y'all.
boy.
This is your evacuation route, but not.
Yeah, not now. We need to take care of some things.
During the
y'all
season.
figure out another way.
Yeah.
Even though this is the way we told y'all to take.
Take
but,
swimming
you know.
lessons. It really ain't funny, but we know.
Yep.
We
So,
know come summertime, St. Clair Bridge, the Claiborne Bridge, and the Back Bridge, the Blue Bridge, one point or another, they're going to be closed.
Yeah, right.
We know that. You know that from
It's
life
wild.
experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
It ain't funny, y'all.
So this southbound Causeway Bridge closed down. So for those of you all who are making that route one way or the other, it's going to be closed for some time. So you might want to take I-55 South or I-12 East to the Twin Spans, getting out of Slidell, or that Highway 11 bridge. So
When it's open.
Well, that too. So, but just know that it's multi-vehicle. It looks like it might be 8 vehicles, so it's going to take them a little while.
Take a while
to clean that up. So, but we got more stuff that's been happening locally and nationally. You know, one of the fascinating things that just happened this morning is I know these days, instead of having our 3 TV networks like we used to have, and then 4, and we got all kinds of stuff to look at. We got all the streaming. Well, Netflix has been just going bonkers in the last several years and becoming a mega outlet. Well, the news today, just within the last couple of hours, they're going to buy Warner Brothers.
On Netflix, man, look. Netflix is it now, man. That's where, kids specials, and then now sports teams now are selling to these streaming networks and to Prime. Pretty soon, you're not going to be able to watch a game, which is really unsettling to me.
Yeah.
Because I got my NBA package.
Yeah.
Being a former basketball player, I got my NBA package. I like to watch my games. But if they you got to have Prime, or you got to have Netflix, or you got to have Paramount Plus to watch this, man. I'm gonna have to do without.
Well, the equity value of the deal is $72 billion, and total enterprise value of $82.7 billion. And if somebody's paying that kind of money, you know they already figured out how they're gonna make even more.
And for our younger generation out there, the fact that you're not watching television is you're part of the reason that you're driving this market, because you're not getting your news and you're not watching standard television. And so you think you're doing something against mainstream. You're actually helping them promote that and make money.
Right. Yep. So, so we're talking about some channels like TNT and CNN, and it's quite a thing. Netflix are all into movies now, and launched into the sports. With this, they're going to get HBO Max. So it's a mega deal, and this ain't this might not be a Black folk specific thing, but a whole lot of us have Netflix.
It better.
Yeah, right. Because if there's certain things you want to see,
man, absolutely. Certain documentaries, especially. I watch a lot of the documentaries, the movies on Netflix, the specials. Watch my Kevin Hart, my Dave Chappelle. Specials, Mike Epps. Yeah, I mean, especially, man, you sitting at home. You're not in the mood for what's on network television,
right?
And you can surf and find something on Netflix.
Yep.
But I'm increasingly concerned now, especially when you talk about we can't get a special or two on network television now. The sporting events are being moved. Pretty soon, Super Bowl is not going to be for everybody to see without you buying, paying for that streaming service. Period. That's where they're headed now.
Right.
Right.
I can't afford to go to the game. You can't afford to watch the game.
So let's talk about that, Will. Let's talk about that, right? Average families cannot afford major sports events.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is corporations buy up a lot of tickets, and they will give them out, sponsors, or to give them out to people to go. So what happens when they don't buy up a lot of those tickets and give them out to people where they can go? Communities have lost revenue, the revenue that they used to get from sporting events and major events now. Why? Because the state and people negotiating to keep the sports team or the venue, communities gave up that money from the concessions, from parking. Remember the lost penny. Okay, I've tried to educate people about that. I talked about that during
and
it's
not. This is not the first time you've done it. I mean, in the first month, the year you've done it.
I've done it over.
But recently you've mentioned it a few times to make sure that people are kind of
the lost penny wasn't
it.
Lost. So if the state wants to help us, if the tourism community wants to help us, if you want government to not have deficits, if you want services, right? So let's talk about the casino support services. I was part of the group with Mark Morial and Jim Singleton and Bob Tucker that got kicked out of the governor's mansion on casino support services. Mark Morial did everything you needed to do. He did a whole study to show just to have this big casino, which would be the world's largest land base, right? This is what the city provided in services every day, and this is how much it was. And the state's response was, yeah, I hear you, but take $3 million. So Morial and Jim and we were like, well, the study says we put in anywhere from 20 to 23 million just in everyday services. What are we going to do with $3 million? And the governor says, I see what you want, but this is what you have. And it were years they didn't even honor that. Now, what does the state get from Harris? Minimum $100 million off the top. Off the top. The lost penny was never restored. Do folk remember Dr. Morris Jeff's complaint? Not that he was anti-saints, but he hated to lose revenue from concessions and parking for the welfare department, for the recreation department. Aren't those things important? So we had a lot to think about. And so now what do we know? Right? The business community, the tourism community, they always want us to give up everything, including the kitchen sink, for Super Bowl and for special events. And we love hosting. We're the one of the number one host cities in the world. Every time they do a survey. For Super Bowl, every survey, we are 1 in 1A with Miami for host. People would, if New Orleans was they had permanent place to host Super Bowl, people have said that would be okay.
Yep.
With them.
Yep.
But what does the NFL come in and do? We want this. We want that. We're going to take this. We're going to take that. Let's go to another subject, Will, and chime in. Clean zones.
Oh, boy.
Clean zones. Have we forgotten when these special events, when local vendors and nonprofits would set up and operate within those clean zones? Jim Singleton and the late Joe Giarrusso had negotiated with Super Bowl people one year, with Jim Steig and them, that certain nonprofits could operate within those boundaries so that they could get money to provide services year-round when Super Bowl wasn't here. Can't do that anymore.
Right. Right. Well, let's pause there and remind the people who may not remember and tell the people who don't know what a clean zone is. Because, it's one of those things that
sounds
it sounds perfectly fine. And I get it. I get the idea.
Not compete clause,
I get it. And it's not, you're using Super Bowl as the example, but
it's all
especially, but it's throughout the year, and not just in this city, but in a number of other cities.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is a thing, but tell our WBOK listeners what the clean zone concept is.
I'll give you an example. If you dropped a pin in the middle of the Superdome and you drew a circle around it, let's say it would stretch to Martin Luther King and to the river, Canal Street, or maybe even beyond, and over to the Regional Medical Center. And if you're not licensed by the NFL, by the NCAA, by the major event promoters, you could not sell or do business within that area. It would be prohibited.
During a specific dates.
During these dates. These dates would be blocked out. That's what.
Now, if you already have a business in
if you're
that zone,
already there, but
then we're getting into
you better be licensed.
Words.
If it's a license,
we're getting into words now.
Yeah, I'll give you a good example. Will, we rocking this morning. Good conversation, man. I'll never forget when the commissioner, I think it was Tagliabue, and I had represented that area, and we were always fighting, right, to try to get certain nonprofits, right, to operate. There was an event at a restaurant in the convention center, near the convention center, and they had created a clean zone airspace that if the NFL didn't license you, you couldn't do business, you couldn't do knockoffs, or you couldn't be there promoting or selling merchandise related to the event.
To the event, right.
There was an event for handicapped kids, and they were trying to hold the event the same time the commissioner had his event. The NFL was like, it ain't happening. Period. We drew a circle around that area, around that venue. There are no special events happening other than the commissioner's event.
Was that a Super Bowl related event?
Yes. No, it was an event that they always did. It would help them to take advantage of the Super Bowl, to have it.
Yeah,
but
because
they had
the
done
crowds
it. But they had done it before.
Right.
But you could not have access to that area because of the commissioner's event. The NFL will come to the city and they will deputize who they want in terms of security. They'll bring their own badges. And look, we love football. We love these events. But I think what we see now, it's the time to start talking about, and people have always questioned, Jerome Smith, many advocates who are always fighting for the city would question, when we host these events, what does it leave for the people who are here? And the one thing that this deficit and Taylor Swift, the last Super Bowl, and the last several major events, what we have found is that the city didn't get the windfall of the benefit. So that's why when you talk about the lost penny, clean zones, the concessions that were made around special events where welfare department, recreation department lost percentages of revenue, and the state with casino support there, it's time to revisit those issues. Thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, just a reminder, you're listening to the voices of Will Sutton and Oliver Thomas. It is 7:49 a.m. The kiddos are going to school. They're getting dropped off, and we've got folks walking the sidewalks, getting out of parking spots, getting out of parking lots. Please, please, please watch out for the buses. Watch out for the babies and the kiddos. Take your time. Be safe. Get to where you're going. If you need to be there at 7:45 and then 7:49, you can't do anything other than get there when you get there. So what do they do, Oliver? Tell another story?
Yeah, just use, look, if you already told them your goldfish had puppies, say your cat had crickets, or just something. You had to take your cat to go get crutches because they sprained they paw. Yeah. Just use a different story.
Different story.
Well, I got one more. I got one more.
Okay.
You hear everybody talking about storm drainage now. You hear the business council and them shining their head. Hey, look, we need storm drainage. Well, in the 90s, right? And I'll never forget, Jim Singleton and Dorothy used to make us read and research when we were staffers. You couldn't just have a political job without understanding the city, right? So the business community had mounted this campaign to kill a drainage renewal. Not a new tax. Because they felt like, in some cases, Dorothy said that every time you turn around, it was a small percentage of the community. So here you had a renewal, and the city hadn't flooded in a while, so kill the renewal. They killed that drainage renewal. And what is everybody talking about now? Stormwater drainage and management. So guess what? That drainage renewal would have yielded $155 million that could have been bonded out into who knows what.
Woo! All right, it's 7:51, folks. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have some more news, information, and conversation. This is Will Sutton and Oliver Thomas, and you're hearing our voices, but we would love to hear yours. The WBOK 1230 AM talk line is 504-582-9422, 504-582-9422. What do you think about this Netflix deal becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, and you think they're not going to raise their rates on your subscription? That's going to happen. We got all these border patrol folks picking up dozens and scores of people, yet they can only point to a handful that they consider worst of the worst. Some of this stuff must be affecting y'all, so you let us know. 504-582-9422. You're listening to WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is The Law and Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
When it comes to family planning, should you go with a will or a trust?
A will is like leaving instructions to the court. It tells them who gets what, but your family still has to go through a succession, which can be costly and time-consuming.
A trust, on the other hand, avoids court altogether. So when the time comes, everything transfers smoothly to your loved ones.
It's a little more work up front, but way less hassle and expense later. Plan smart, save time, and take care of your family.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing, and now we're back in control.
Call now, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-311-5977. That's 800-311-5977. 800-311-5977.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Hey, this is Jay Boogie wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Blues Buffet at 1230 AM WBOK.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Will, guess what? We back.
Good morning, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show.
Oh, my goodness.
I snoozed for a moment.
You was doing a lot of things, but sleeping wasn't one.
Oh,
you was
boy.
surfing.
You
was surfing.
I was trying to connect with something I wanted to share with y'all.
back.
It is 7:55 a.m. And
Chilly, wet
you
Friday.
are back with Will Sutton and Oliver Thomas. Look, we got our guests coming up. We got Kevin Ferguson, our friend from New Orleans and Company, who is with us every other Friday or so.
The new
always
chief of
talking
staff.
about the activities and events, but he's going to be doing some other things come mid-January.
Yeah.
So he'll be the chief of staff for Mayor-elect Helena Moreno. So stay tuned to hear about all the activities and events that he always brings to our attention, and perhaps a little bit about that. And of course, our friends at Liberty Bank always looking to keep us financially healthy. We know we got to take care of ourselves in a number of ways, but finances are important, and so we wanna hear from them and have them help us as well.
Yeah, well, no doubt about it. I just laid out a bunch of areas that, if they were revisited, could help the city be in a much stronger financial position, which is important. But also, something you and I are gonna talk about when I'm here, is I'm doing a study and some research right now on how you right-size cities.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Will, as a journalist, I'm sure I'll probably see a future editorial or story on it one day, is that I was watching this special and researching how cities' budgets have grown, but the inability to deliver service, the ability to deliver services have not.
Mm.
I'm talking about from New York to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And even when populations have shrunk, the municipal government's budgets have grown. That is not a formula for success. That is not a formula for success.
Mm-hmm.
Your municipality can't be the only thing that thrives while people are being pushed out of the community and you can't get your trash picked up on time. You can't get 911 calls done. You can't have affordable spaces, especially historical communities. So at some point, major cities and metro areas all over the country are going to have to, it was always the thing that, okay, we need something done, here's a fee. Here's a special tax.
Mm-hmm.
We'll create a new department.
Mm-hmm.
And what intellectuals and academics and people like you and I are doing, we're looking at that, we're saying, well, hold on a second, we did that. It worked for a while, now we can't deliver basic services. So there's going to have to be a reset there at some point.
Yep. Absolutely. And, we, we got a caller. So, good morning, Reverend Calhoun. You're on with Will Sutton and Oliver Thomas. How are you, sir?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Mayor Low.
Just about in every area you guys have spoken to this morning, the area of disrespect comes up. But I don't know how we can get any control over disrespect when the leadership that we have can sit down and call people stupid. So that level of disrespect goes on.
Well,
one of the
voting is one. Rev, first of all, I know you and where you from, and when you change your life, wasn't nobody gonna call you stupid to your face. But voting and maximizing participation is how you deal with that.
I just see this level of disrespect that's coming from people now. Just like you were saying at the governor's office and all of that. This city has, in my opinion, been disrespected by the state for a very long time. And I don't know how we right side. I don't know how we bring that back. Going back to your statement a few minutes ago about right-sizing government, one of the questions I had was when Mr. Jeruso was there is what services are going to be cut or not cut, but what are we going to have to pay more for city services now? I haven't heard that discussed yet. What is going to be the cost now to get a permit to build a home? How much more is the community going to be asked to participate in the city services cost? Where are we going in terms, Oliver? And maybe you can.
Well, let me answer that question. I think the initial budget proposal that was put forward is an effort not to do that. Now, we talk show hosts. We talking now. This kind of stuff Will and I talk about. As I analyze that piece, a lot of it is hopeful. It's a question mark. You hope you can collect that much in terms of enhanced parking enforcement. I think that parking contract needs to be negotiated so that the metrics will lend more to the city getting more on the front end. I think that's the best way to do it, but hopefully they'll revisit that when the contract comes up. Some of the other areas like Sewage and Water Board and getting more money from the state, we're going to have to have legislative leaders, especially the New Orleans delegation, at some point ride or die for the city, period. And they're going to have to trade off their votes in total so that support services, so that the city can be treated, to actually leverage the incoming administration, help them leverage their demand for what seems to be, in many cases, a hostile environment at the state. Now, the governor is a lot easier to deal with one-on-one than when you see him publicly. He can actually be pretty practical and common sense. But you're going to need the strength of your state senators and the strength of your state reps so that they're not picked off for individual things to leverage on behalf of the city getting more of its share of participating in more revenue windfall. If that doesn't happen, and especially if the beast continues to grow and consume, Rev, what's the only place they can come? Who's on and the only people they can come get it from? That's us.
But if they killing the golden goose, if they limiting and stifling New Orleans.
Yeah, but who's the golden goose, Rev?
New Orleans.
No. We the golden goose, and we've been dead when you talk about revenue sharing and participation.
Well, again, how does money come back into this city? Because you have already stated that we don't get our fair share. So now, if this continues to go, because what
you can't get blood from a turnip, but what you can do is you can revisit all of those areas that Will and I just talked about to renegotiate a better standard of participation. You can, because the people in this city who are the golden goose, and that's the people you represent and the people in our communities, we can't afford to be fined and feed and taxed anymore. It ain't that kind of space for people are barely living now, Rev. And you know that.
All right, we're gonna thank you, Reverend Calhoun. We over time, and we gotta take a break and move on into the next segments of the show. Appreciate your call. We'll be in touch. Thank you so much for calling in. Have a blessed day. It's 8:03 a.m., folks. If you got to be there at 8:15, please be careful. Remember, the kiddos are on their way to school or around school being dropped off. Bus, car, walking, whatever, and watch out for them. 8:03 a.m., you're listening to WBOK, 12:30 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
WBOK New Orleans, home of the Good Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. weekdays.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Republican Matt Van Epps wins a closely watched House special election in Tennessee, defeating Democrat Afton Bain. Bain addressed supporters after conceding the race.
Tonight is not the final result of what we wanted, but it is the beginning of something so powerful in Tennessee and across the South.
Trump endorsed Van Epps after recent Democratic wins elsewhere. Former President Barack Obama says Chicago's Obama Presidential Center will open next June in Jackson Park. The $800 million project includes a museum tower, library, gardens, and athletic spaces after years of delays and legal challenges. And fans are mourning the loss of a Palm Beach County, Florida rapper. Boca Raton police announced Monday poor Stacy died Saturday after an incident, but no details were released. TMZ reports he suffered a medical emergency at a hotel. He was 26. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Let's take a moment to celebrate great things happening inside our schools. NOLA Public Schools achieved a B District Performance Letter Grade. Orleans now exceeds its pre-COVID district performance for all students by more than 8 points. For the second year in a row, Black students from New Orleans outperformed the state average in all peer districts. For all other subgroups, economic disadvantaged students, multilingual learners, and students with disabilities, we also saw growth. Let's keep up the amazing work.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK. It is 8:07, so please be careful as you head on out. Watch the kiddos. They're on their way to school. Shout out to the assistant principals in charge of transportation. And let's jump into conversation. This is Will Sutton with Oliver Thomas. And our friend Kevin Ferguson is back once again from New Orleans and Company, as you do every other week or so. Talk about the wonderful activities and events that are available. So many people continue to say there's nothing to do. It's like, this is freaking New Orleans.
Hey, man,
this
is
freaking New Orleans. How can you possibly say that? So welcome to the Good Morning Show again, Mr.
Will.
Kevin.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, OT. It's great to be here.
All right. So what about the second line in the sky?
This is incredible. I want to take a moment just to really congratulate Katie Kasbarian, who's the proprietor of Arnold's. This was really her vision from earlier this year. She really wanted to think about a way to acknowledge and honor the victims of the January 1st terrorist attack, and also really bring some attention to the French Quarter and Bourbon Street in a way that was just incredible. She had really envisioned this 7-8 months ago, and it's one of those things I think we all know as we come in life and we profess that when you have a great idea and you want to see it come to fruition, the only option is to own it. And she really took ownership of this, rallied the business community in the French Quarter, rallied other folks around the city behind this, connected with several of the families of the victims, and really put together something incredible. So this is a really beautiful public lighting display that is elevated above the 100 to 300 blocks of Bourbon Street. It's amazing. So it kind of blends in our second line traditions with beautiful lighting of umbrellas and mesh music and handkerchiefs, notes of remembrance, prayer flags with personal notes on them. It's really something to behold. They unveiled it on Monday. It was a rainy night. It was cold, and there were a ton of people out to see that and really recognize the significance of that. So
well, I've seen the photos and video. I haven't been over there myself. I'm looking forward to going over there. But, based on the video, which, of course, provides different angles than the photographs do, I think I'm going to have to go over there a couple of different times because based on what I saw on television and on YouTube, there's some different ways to look at this.
From
different sides of the street,
it's pretty
and
fabulous.
even beyond the 100 to 300 blocks to look back that way, and from Canal. So I think I'm going to have to go more than a time or two to take this in. And I love the idea of
you got to catch the different angles.
I love the idea of public art.
Yes.
As a piece of this, and finding another way for this remembrance. So that's up until mid-January.
January 18th, really encourage folks to go out. It's visible both during daytime hours, as well as nighttime. Obviously, I think to get the full effect of the lights, you want to be able to see that when it gets a little bit darker.
Yeah.
But it's certainly worth the trip. And again, just incredible, the amount of work, the support. This involves 21 different buildings. So you're talking about individual property owners and businesses that really sign.
It's a lot to coordinate.
It's a lot to coordinate, and I also think it shows the spirit of the city, and the French Quarter is a very unique part of the city.
Yeah, but that's what we do here.
That's right. That's right.
To say it's a lot to coordinate, a second line parade with 15,000 people come out.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras, special events here. That's what New Orleans. No one can coordinate special events, how we get together to honor something, promote something, a party for something like we do here. So we've done a whole lot bigger things, but the spectacular thing about this is the tribute that it represents.
Yes.
And the fact that dealing with the narrative around Bourbon Street, it's the perfect timing now.
Yes.
To do that, especially coming up our busy season, our special event season. So, man, it's a wonderful thing. Kudos to New Orleans and Company, the organizers, and all of those businesses on Bourbon Street, man. This is a holiday gift to the city.
Yeah, it is. It is. Speaking of events, I mean this is one that is coming up for a particular reason, but this wonderful annual event celebration in the Oaks.
Oh yeah.
I love seeing my daddy's name. Mine is okay, and I loved when my grandchild saw his name up there.
Were you on the naughty or the nice list?
I actually made the nice list, so that was good, and I'm real glad my grandson made the nice list. So but celebration in the Oaks, back again.
It's incredible. Look, City Park's such an incredible asset. I think too often we talk about things in the city as hidden gems. That really shouldn't be. City Park should be a central place for the people of New Orleans, the residents, people that are visiting, to go and enjoy, be outside. This is an incredible city, but we have these wonderful outside spaces from the river to City Park. And Celebration in the Oaks really shows off City Park in an incredible way. It's a beautiful display. They work on this so long.
Every year, look forward to it. Walking tour, driving tour. You
Tour.
just hope that you have a weather, especially with hot chocolate and walking, man. But it's one thing that the family and the kids always look forward to, the lighting displays.
It's
Are
beautiful.
tremendous. City Park, but City Park is so utilized.
Yes.
You know, so the challenge is how do we treasure that park and make sure that we can, for centuries to come, man. But celebration in the Oaks, that's one locals look forward to.
Yeah, and it's going through January 1st, so plenty of time. Over 1 million lights are a part of that display. You know, and they do an incredible job. You're talking about being on the nice list. When I did it, Will, I ended up on the naughty list.
Were you?
Well, most of the parents, for some reason, ended up on the naughty list.
Right.
And it was funny. My kids were young when this happened. This was probably 3 or 4 years ago. But we went through and they saw the names, and you know they were on the nice list. And then my son started crying. We go, "What's wrong?" He goes, "Why is Daddy on the naughty list? He should be on the nice list. He's a nice person."
Wow.
That's the daddy's boy. That's the older one.
Wow.
Right. Always looking
All right.
out.
Oh, cool. And we got
Next year.
I'm gonna try harder.
Yeah, we got a change with the parade this weekend, so people were looking forward
My
to
son can't wait for that.
the parade on Saturday, but we got a change.
Look, I think obviously we've got some tricky weather that we've been dealing with.
Yeah, it's supposed to storm Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be on one of those floats.
Yeah, and so a lot of events have kind of been moved, you know, so they're holiday bonfire updated, I believe, this parade. Let me get the exact time. Well,
So what about the Manning Children's holiday parade? I haven't gotten the change in schedule yet.
Yeah, it's moving to Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon
from
at 12:30.
Saturday.
Yeah. And so obviously we've got some bad weather coming. It's going to be great. This is a newer annual tradition that's been incredible.
Oh, it was last year we had thousands of people come out.
It's
We had a ball.
incredible, you know, and thankfully for all the folks that help support this, Manning's Family Children's Hospital obviously is a big partner on this. Over 30 floats, holiday theme, going to be going through that route.
Awesome.
Really encourage people to come out. All of this really supports the vital mission of Manning's Children. We're so lucky. You know, I've got young kids. We've had to make a few trips there. To have, you know, again, we're talking about assets like City Park. To have an asset like that is obviously very important for New Orleans, but also regionally. We got people from around the state that come to New Orleans when their children are in need of great service.
And, you know, Kevin, I always recommend to people some of my greatest travel experiences to travel from my home to downtown for a staycation and experience special events, man. You can get good rates from the hotels, you know, and it's really a good time to be a tourist within your own city.
There's so much that happens with the holidays. Obviously, we've got our holiday site, Holiday New Orleans. You can see all the wonderful things, the decorations at some of our hotels.
The
Roosevelt. We've got our Revion menus going around. There's so much activity. Obviously, we got to get our Christmas gifts and shopping. We got a ton of great retailers down there. But events like this, I love, especially the ones that are free. This is a free event for the public to come taking part. The caroling at Jackson Square. We're going to talk about the bonfires in a minute. There's so much to do to celebrate the holidays with your family, with your friends, with the city. We're going to deal with the weather tomorrow, but obviously we get great weather in the fall and in the winter.
Right.
It's a great time to get out and enjoy it. And the parade's going to be incredible. That shift to Sunday again at 12:30. Hope folks come out for that. And then Laverne sent out a note yesterday letting everybody know the bonfire also that was scheduled for Saturday is moving to Sunday. All my folks down there in my hometown of Algiers, get out and go enjoy that. It's going to be wonderful. They do a great job with that every year.
And they light up the levees all the way up to what I know many times we'll venture up the river. Pastor Ricky Johnson, man, always does, who's an elected official in the school board in Jefferson Parish. You know, his family's up the river, man. The bonfire
I need to do it one year,
celebrations are
OT.
awesome.
I need to do it. You know, we talked to a guy a couple of years ago. He was actually doing a documentary on this tradition, the bonfires in Louisiana. And when you really dig in and see how these traditions
and they build them, man,
permeate, you know, and especially even outside of New Orleans too, right? You know, obviously this is where we live. We're so proud of the city, but to see something that's throughout the state and down the river along the levees, it's just incredible.
Well, you know, Cajun and Louisiana Santa, you know, he comes up the river. He's on a barge, not
with
a
the
sled.
alligators,
with
pulling
the
him.
alligators and the Catahoula.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't get me started on the Calahoo.
No.
I already wrote about that. I'll let y'all know that that's in my column. That's going to be in the Sunday paper, but it'll be online this afternoon. So Calahoo, just remember that. And,
just remember that.
And who let the dogs out? I'll say that. I already wrote it. Just
can't wait. That's a Will Sutton masterpiece, guys.
All right. And so the Algiers bonfire was going to be 4:30 to 8 p.m., but that's had to change. So that's going to be Sunday 2 to 7 p.m.
Yes.
Same location, wonderful location, right there as the ferry. That part of the trip ends, and so there are going to be a lot of vendors out there, music, concerts, food, and that too is free.
That's free. Y'all go out and support. New event time, I'm looking at the email right now, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Sunday. Laverne even gave a nice weather update. She said it's going to be a very comfortable 71 degrees. I didn't know that was coming.
I know this week has been pretty incredible. You know, OT's here today. When he came the other day, I meant to tell you this at the top of the hour. You brought the cold weather.
Yeah.
I mean, you brought the cold. Wait a minute. It's like, wait a minute.
Well,
it wasn't like this the day before.
Well, let me say this.
And you know,
I enjoy as an outdoorsman, as someone who looks forward to hunting season and hiking and camping season. I look forward to now this rain and pouring.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I like it when it's cold.
I was about to say, I'm gonna thank OT for bringing the cold weather.
You're right.
I don't like to sweat.
It is football weather. I will say that. So, all right. So we got Papa Noel hotel deals as a part of what's going on.
Great program, you know. So we do a lot to really promote the holidays, encourage visitation, and obviously support family and friends that are returning to town to visit. So between the Revion dinners, with our multi-course prefix meals that celebrate this tradition that goes back for centuries. Our Papa Noel deals are also a part of our holiday New Orleans style. So these are discounted special rates that folks can find. And if you book 2 nights during December, you're going to get a $50 credit to enjoy at local restaurants, shops, if you stay 2 nights or more. So if you have family or friends that are coming in, haven't booked hotel rooms, get them to holiday.neworleans.com. Find those Papa Noel deals. It's great. You know, one of the things we wanted to do with this, obviously we want to bring people here, but we want to get them out supporting the local businesses. Mm-hmm. And so we did a partnership with the group. It's really simple. You register for your hotel rooms, your 2-night stays. Once you're in that reservation window, you get access to a $50 gift card that you can use at any of the shops, any of the restaurants, or even within the hotel that are participating in Holiday New Orleans style. So trying to drive some visitors, but also drive business to our local.
So Kevin, that's a good segue, and thank you, man. I've been interviewing you for years now, and I want to thank New Orleans the company for being part of this. The Black radio, Black media is important.
Incredibly important.
Too often we neglect. Thank you guys for investing not only in the station but coming to share information. You're going to be segueing to a new position. I'm glad to have somebody that local, someone who has some institutional knowledge, but creating revenue and building revenue is going to be real important. How do we begin to take a look at how we capitalize more as we build not only retail, but more capital and special events to where the city, in terms of delivery of services, I know you guys have talked about that. Do you think, from, I don't know if you were listening to the show earlier, from the lost penny was real, the renegotiation where the city gave up revenue from the Superdome and Smoothie King and special events is real. So you're going to have a real inside look at how tourism to delivery of services. You guys talking about or thinking about that at all?
Certainly a lot of conversations around revenue right now. Obviously working hard to be ready for January 12th, but still in the role at New Orleans and Company. Mm-hmm. For us, these things are critical, right? Mm-hmm. And, we had our holiday industry party last night. It's something we brought back post-COVID. Mm-hmm. And, OT, I'll tell you this, and some notes I sent out to my team and I sent out to our board. The last 4 years has been an incredible pleasure for me to represent this hospitality industry, because it's an industry I grew up in. My first job with the paycheck was waiting tables at the Bennigans in Algiers by the library. I've shucked oysters, I've washed dishes, I've cooked, I've managed, I've waited tables. I know how hard people work in this industry. And for us, the reality is things like special events, things like conferences and conventions, all of these things are critical to supporting our industry, our workforce, and the city. And so we are always willing. We've been working with every administration. We worked with the current administration. I know New Orleans and Company is excited to work with the next administration to find those solutions to make sure that we can keep thriving. We believe that there's a lot of other industry we need in the city, right? No one wants tourism to be the only industry here. You know, for our own internal sake, you think about a city of this size, we've got more restaurants per capita than New York City. And so we know that while tourism is a big part of that, the more business we have here outside of that, the more our locals are confident in coming out, the more our regional folks are coming out, the better it is. So we're committed as always. Obviously, I'll be transitioning from outside of the city to inside of the city, but this industry is important in making sure that we're delivering what we need to do as a community to support it, what we need to do as a city to support it, and that's where that revenue drive will come from. But there's a lot of opportunity there. I'm incredibly excited. And I want to thank you. I want to thank WBOK, Will, Graylin, Kimba, probably forgetting some other folks that have sat in that host seat for me.
Gerard.
It's been an honor to be able to come on here, to have this platform. I've enjoyed the friendships. I've enjoyed when the folks call in and ask questions. I've enjoyed the text messages I get after I've been on air.
Yeah.
It's an incredible thing, you know, so it's been a real pleasure these last 4 years. As I told Will yesterday when we talked on the phone, I hope this is the last time I'll be here in a New Orleans capacity, New Orleans and Company capacity, but I hope it's not the last time I'll be on WBOK.
Well, we certainly hope not. A lot of folks counting on you and the new team to not just move us beyond this fiscal mess that we have, but to really move the city forward. You're going to be in such a key role for those of you all who kind of missed that part of the news. Kevin Ferguson is the new chief of staff for Mayor-elect Helena Moreno, effective January 12th. He is not in the role yet. He still has
He's
some
still
duties.
doing his job.
He still has some duties and responsibilities at New Orleans and Company, but as happens with jobs like this, whether it's at a newspaper or radio station or the plant, once it's known that you're doing a job, then stuff starts coming your way.
But let's do let's do a little breaking news here, right? So,
all right.
You know, when you got the man, you take advantage of having
Absolutely.
the man. And so even though he's transitioned, he brings a unique perspective, right?
Absolutely.
And I don't need to give the definition of what a chief of staff is: trusted advisor, policy, management, motivation. But he brings a unique perspective coming from the tourism industry. How do you see that evolving? Because you're going to be in a position now. You took a look from the outside.
Yeah.
And I love it when people from the outside get in the inside, because now they can really see what they thought they would see.
Yeah.
What do you see, Kevin? So you've been one of the highest ranking, especially African-American tourism officials in this community. What are you hoping for to use that experience to be meshed with inside government to deliver what?
Yeah.
So for me, OT, it always starts with relationships, right?
Mhm.
When I look back on my entire career, it's about how do you connect with people? How do you understand people? And then how do you motivate people and work with people to achieve good results? You know, going back to when I was in sales at the Saints and Pelicans, I used to always tell the younger guys, look, I'm not the best salesperson here. There's people that can sell me under the table. But what I will guarantee you is 2, 5, 10 years when I'm gone from here, those relationships with the staff, with my clients, with the people that work at the arena and the dome, with the people that take tickets, security, those relationships remain. And we live in a very transactional world, right? Where everything is, okay, let's conduct this, let's make a sale. I'm going to help you, you help me. But you can transcend that with relationships. And even at my time with New Orleans and Company, that's the same approach I took. Come in, how do we understand our community? How do we find partners? Every time I sat down with people, the first thing I would do, and my staff always like we got to let Kevin do the spiel about New Orleans and Company, right? I talk about who we are. I talk about what we do. I talk about how we're funded. I explain all that because that's the basis of a relationship, right? When you understand how another entity, how another person operates, what's the motivation, then you're in a place to find a way to work together. And the projects that we did, whether it was with council members or city departments, from Recycle That and Mardi Gras that we did with Office of Resilience and Sustainability, to the work we did with DPW to do the French Quarter Accessibility Survey, it starts with explaining to people, hey, we are not here to really call anybody out. We're here to lift the city up. And so we think there's value in sustainability. We think there's value in accessibility. And when you start from that basis and people can believe and see what you were trying to do, there's a spirit of cooperation that you can generate. And so that's my hope, OT, is that I can bring that same belief in relationships. I can bring that same belief in working with people transparently, communicating what's possible, and hopefully getting people to think about what's possible. I think one of the challenges we often have, we talk about things in this city and not just here, other places. And the first thing people say, oh, we can't do that. That's going to cost too much. Our people won't be able to do that. No, that's never been done before. And we've got to eliminate that thinking, right? We got to eliminate these barriers that we put up and limit what's possible for us as a city, what's possible for our residents, what's possible for our community. And so that's what I'm looking to do. I've had a lot of great relationships with people in city government. I've had great relationships with people in city departments. And I tell people all the time, we've got incredible people in this city. A lot of those people work in city government. A lot of those people work in city departments. And the biggest thing I've seen, and OT, you've heard me say this before at council meetings, I believe in leadership. And my definition of leadership is simple. It's taking a group of people to a place they wouldn't normally get on their own. And the achievement is just as important as bringing the people with you. Leading doesn't mean anything if you don't bring people along.
Well, I think it was Lao-Tzu of Confucius who said after, I forgot which one, I think it was 637 BC, who said after the deed was done and the mission was accomplished, they sat around and said, we did a good job.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
Never the me.
We.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to the new role, and certainly hope that you will be back in the new role. But,
I mean, the standing invitation.
Absolutely.
I think it's an opportunity to blend things that are extremely necessary. We want to be a diverse town with diverse industry, but we ain't. So someone who's a leader in the Golden Goose, and who will be now trying to make deliver better services from the wheel that squeaks that needs to be Earl to take care of the goose. I think it'd be an interesting perspective.
Absolutely. Well, thanks
coming
again,
back,
Kevin.
right?
I would love to be back. I will be back on this air. I can promise you that.
All right. Wonderful. That's good news. All right, folks. The talk line is 504-582-9422. Right after the break, we're going to be in conversation with our friends from the Liberty Bank. And we're going to be talking about overspending remorse during the holidays and how to avoid that. So
I'm going to tell my wife to tune in right now.
You're listening to WBOK, 1230 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Good morning and happy Friday. I'm Morgan Lentis with WDSU News, and here's a look at today's headlines. This morning, Operation Catahoula Crunch is entering day 3. Yesterday, immigration enforcement ramped up across southeast Louisiana. Agents were seen arresting people in Kenner and Marrero. Homeland Security shared the pictures of 6 people they say have been arrested so far. DHS officials say they are targeting illegal immigrants with a criminal history. Then the future of the Leah Chase School in New Orleans is still uncertain following a school board meeting last night. The school district and community members discussed the feasibility and future of the school, which is facing a deficit and a decline in enrollment. It is the first district-run school in 2 decades, but because of ongoing challenges, board members must decide if the school should continue operating or close down. Again, there was no vote either way last night. And finally, the Manning Family Children's Holiday Parade will roll this weekend, just on Sunday instead of Saturday. That's due to rain chances on Saturday. The parade will now start at 12:30 Sunday afternoon and roll through the French Quarter, down Canal Street, and onto Tchoupitoulas. We'll have live coverage of all the sights and sounds on WDSU. That's until 2:30 p.m. And that is a look at today's headlines. I'm Morgan Lentis with WDSU News. Have a great day and a better weekend.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule, no excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
New Orleans, the city of festivals and second chances. This is Mr. Rocky of Faithers in Jesus the Christ, inviting everyone to come to the table of grace. No matter where you are or what you're dealing with, guilt, bad habits, mistakes, or heavy hearts, Jesus still calls us his friend, and his grace is waiting for us. On the first Sunday of the year, January 4th, 2026, at 8:30 a.m., tune in to WBOK, 12:30 a.m., or watch live on Facebook or Instagram. We'll reflect on his work on the cross, his resurrection, his ascension, and the hope of his return for we who that believe and have received him by faith. So join us at the table of grace, where mercy is fresh, forgiveness is real, and grace is served for people like you and me.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care, the kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think, maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
An official message from Medicare. Couple more minutes, and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money. Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
When it comes to family planning, should you go with a will or a trust?
A will is like leaving instructions to the court. It tells them who gets what, but your family still has to go through a succession, which can be costly and time-consuming.
A trust, on the other hand, avoids court altogether. So when the time comes, everything transfers smoothly to your loved ones.
It's a little more work up front, but way less hassle and expense later. Plan smart, save time, and take care of your family.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show right here on WBOK. The voice you hear now is Will Sutton, and the voice you'll hear next is Oliver Thomas.
The other voice. How y'all doing? Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. It is 8:37. We're running behind a little bit, so we got to jump right to it. So we got our friend Angel Thibodeau Burns back with us again.
Good morning.
And I've gotten so used to the rhythm of you and you and you and
I always have a partner in crime with
I
me.
got you.
And all you got is me today.
So it reminds me of that Sonny and Cher song, You and Me, Babe.
well, first of all, the Liberty Lady, affectionately, and Duplessis,
yes.
the Liberty Lady.
Yeah,
right? But that's my babe. Right.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm always excited every time Liberty is around.
All right.
Give me liberty or give me my money.
Yeah, right.
I love it.
All right. So let's talk about money and the holidays.
That's right.
Because, I remember the days of saving up for Christmas.
Yeah.
And it seems like that maybe people not doing that much anymore.
That's a great topic.
And
because
so you end up saying, oh, it's here.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's here.
That's right.
And you got the same money that you have normally coming in, and you spending more because this is what we do.
Because you got to buy MP3 player. That's
you want to buy gifts.
Yeah.
You want to go to dinner. You want to have cocktails with friends.
Absolutely.
You want to bring the magic for the kids.
Everybody need an iPhone.
But you have the same amount that you have every month, but you're
Yeah.
trying to bring the magic.
Yeah.
And you know what I think about? I wore my sweater today to get into the
see it.
spirit of
It
things.
looks good.
And
I love the Black Santa for those of y'all who can't see.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you noticed.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, I think about there's always one person in everyone's family who tries to bring the magic.
Yeah.
They prepare the dinner, they buy the gifts, they wrap the gifts. It's like the little hen, they do this, they do that and everything. But then January rolls around. And if you overspent, you made everybody happy. But how are you feeling in January? And so let's just try to avoid that. And like you all mentioned, back in the day, we used to have those old school Christmas accounts. And we put a little away every 2 weeks, every month. And then you'd go to Liberty Bank and you go and get the cash.
Right.
And you'd spend within your means.
Yes.
So we might want to get back to thinking that way. Because overspending.
Different people have their finances different ways. And if you set aside the idea of investments and, those kinds of things, a lot of people have a checking account and a savings account. And different people use those things in different ways. But what I've found is a savings account is savings that is drawn upon as opposed to a Christmas account that, I'm not going to use this until after Thanksgiving.
Right.
That kind of thing. And that's whether you put $2 or $28 or $200 a month in there.
Yeah.
You know that you
just put something in there.
Yes,
just put
save
something
that
in there.
But the thing is, first of all, thank you guys for doing this. This is important, and Will is right. You used to have your Christmas savings account. You used to have your summer vacation account. And
different types of savings.
And you had and everything is going into the same account. It's a lot more difficult now. So you look up, especially the way the cost of living is and how things happen. You look up now and you're like, wow, where's my money for Christmas? Oh, where's my money for vacation?
The average American is spending $900 on Christmas or whatever their holiday is.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. And then the more you make.
How much?
The average American is spending $900 or more on Christmas.
That's on one. My wife spent that on one electronic device.
And then people.
Just say that again.
People who make over 100 are spending at least $1,500.
That I can keep Christmas. No, let me leave that alone. This ain't about me.
You need to go home today.
Okay. So we've got some ideas.
Breaking news.
Yes.
You know what happened? They stole my bikes off my patio.
Yeah.
What?
This morning.
So now I'm looking at buying new. Yesterday, during the night.
Yesterday.
Yeah. All our bikes.
The family's bikes. The kids'
for
bikes.
the folk out
the
there,
adults' bikes.
it happens to all of us. All of our bikes. The kids, my grandson's bike, that's by my house. All of our bikes were stolen off a patio at our house.
In December, right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas. Go ahead, Will. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I need therapy.
$900 on average spent on holiday expenses. So that's not just gifts. That's like having a drink or two out, or
Yeah.
having
Going to the
appetizer,
festive lunch, going to the festive dinner,
all of that kind of
decorating the house. So
And-
we got some ideas.
Yeah.
Here's some things we can do.
All right.
There's some things like eBay, Poshmark. Look in your closet. For the ladies, I know. I've looked in my closet. There's stuff that I don't wear anymore. It's still nice, but maybe it doesn't fit. Put it on Poshmark. There's passive ways to make money. Just put it on there. It's easy. You sell the stuff, and then you get money dumped into your checking account. So my point is purge. Get rid of stuff that you don't want. You earn extra income. That's more money you can spend on the family. What's an idea?
That's a pretty good idea. Pretty good idea.
I like it.
Okay. All
And
right.
then another idea is do some fun things. Have friends over for like karaoke, trivia night, baking cookies, that kind of stuff. Instead of necessarily going out to that dinner where we're going to spend maybe over $100 plus per person on the drinks and the food, just have friends over. Old school. Remember we used to have old school house parties?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if you trust the people with cooking, do a potluck. Because you don't necessarily want to do potluck with everybody. But, if you trust the folks with potluck, let them bring something to the house.
Yeah.
There's different ways to do it.
All right. And another thing I know you are thinking about is experiences.
Yes.
As opposed to buying items or that kind of thing. So tell us about that.
Well, it's like, okay, let's think about how can we do some fun things. Let's see, like I mentioned earlier, like the trivia night, just making memories together. Sometimes it's not always about how much the evening's going to cost, how fancy the restaurant is. Just have some friends over and do some fun things together, I think it's important.
Well, I have to say, one of the things that we started when our kid was young, and he's 31 now, but
my daughter's 31.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So,
get
doing the Christmas Eve sugar cookies.
Yeah.
Just it's nothing fancy. It's relatively inexpensive. The hot cookies are tasty with a little milk or maybe a little something else.
Yeah.
And
Spice it up a little bit for the
yeah,
adults.
right. And with just the nuclear family or a few friends, and it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, and how about instead of buying gifts for everybody, why don't we pull names? Just pull names. Buy gifts for kids. Christmas is for kids. Pull names. Maybe pull names.
Yep. All right. Well, we're going to go to break, and I hope you're staying with us after the break. So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
With my sweater and all.
All right.
Yes.
You got that Christmas sweater on in the theme for the holidays, and Christmas in particular. Y'all are listening to WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and do not have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you do not pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call. If you've been injured in an auto accident, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Every year, the lights return to City Park, and as if by magic, so do we. Families reunited, kids wide-eyed, old memories meeting new ones. Celebration in the Oaks is more than a holiday tradition. It is where New Orleans comes together to shine. Don't miss the magic. Make Celebration in the Oaks your holiday tradition and help City Park shine for generations to come. Go to celebrationintheoaks.com and grab your tickets before they're gone.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton. Losing a loved one is tough enough. Do you really want your family dealing with court battles and paperwork on top of it?
Whether you choose a will or a trust, think ahead. Take care of your family. Let them focus on healing instead of headaches. This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. For those of you all who have been listening for whatever length of time that you have been listening, we appreciate you listening on AM radio at 1230. We appreciate those on the internet from wherever you are in the nation and the world.
We got a great one in the studio.
And
Another Money Liberty Lady.
Yep. And we know we got our Facebook a family of WBOK listeners and watchers. We're talking with Angel Burns from Liberty Bank about holiday spending and some different ideas.
And if you're listening, bring my bikes back, please.
Yeah.
Please bring the bikes.
Please bring my bikes back.
Boy. So
all of them. They took all of them.
4, 5.
Yeah. Oh, we had a little extra one. All of them.
Mm.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, and that's
now I got to dip into one of my Liberty accounts.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that can happen. Unexpected holiday expense.
Yeah.
Unexpected. That's a good segue. Go ahead.
Unexpected holiday expense. So even if you have saved, and it's not something that happens every year, and it's like, I forgot this.
Mm-hmm.
Can't tell you how many times I've been in that position. And usually it's like 2-3 days before Christmas.
Right. And you're trying to get ready for the holidays, and then you need 2 new tires because of all the potholes in the city that we love.
Yep.
So things happen, right? Things happen. So let's think about this. If you got a high interest credit card, you've used it, you've had an awesome Christmas, January rolls around, and you're like, I can't believe I did this. Think about Liberty. What we've got is this low interest credit card. What you can do is open that credit card with us and transfer your balance off that high interest credit card, and you could save a couple $100 a month and get the spending, get your debt down faster. Another idea is you can just do debt consolidation with us for low interest. So it happens. I mean, you want to take care of the children. You want to provide for the family a great experience, but then some other unexpected expenses happen. I've got my house is a mess right now because of some plumbing issues that were unanticipated, but everybody still wants to have Christmas. So we've got to figure it out. So, do the best you can. Let's try to stay within our means, but if things happen, just consider some low interest debt consolidation with us. We make it nice and easy, and we can just help you get back on track. And then in January, maybe you could open up one of those old school Christmas accounts.
Well, yeah. And, that's a part of what I know you came here to talk about is so you get into whatever situation, you can kind of make adjustments as you go through the rest of the holidays.
Because stuff happens. Somebody might steal your bike.
Yeah, right. and then you have a post-holiday plan.
Yes.
For dealing with
So I'm coming to
whatever
open up an account for some bikes for next year.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. So maybe you haven't been doing it, and so you can.
OT might need to just go buy those bikes now and figure out.
With my Liberty Visa card.
There you go. And you start paying on it in January.
Go ahead.
You're going to have to bring the magic right now. I think everybody wants their new bike. Yeah. But, things happen. Yeah. But, here's the other thing. The main person in the family who's bringing all the magic, let's just be honest, it's a lot of time it's the the lady in the house, you know, you getting all the ingredients for the gumbo, the oyster dressing, you know, stuffed milletons, stuffed bell peppers. I mean, you're going to
Making me
spend,
hungry now.
you're probably going to spend over $500 just on the holiday meal.
500?
Well, I'm just being conservative.
Right.
Yeah.
But, you know, we just want to make sure you don't have holiday blues in January. And if you do, there's ways to help you get back on track.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah. I have to. I laughed when there were the news reports about the $40 to $50 Thanksgiving dinner, and I was like, "What y'all got?" Because $40, $50
a box
for a
of
family
stuffing.
of 4. No.
Not a New Orleans holiday dinner.
Not oyster dressing and seafood dressing and gumbo and sliced turkey.
No.
And potato salad.
Yep.
And we're
stuffed
creating
melatonin
memories.
and bell pepper.
Yes.
All right. So you're talking about maybe the Christmas 2026 saving.
That's correct.
All right. So
That's
you
correct.
get through this period, have that account
That's right.
identify $20, $25.
How much you put away? What do you recommend?
Well, and here's the thing. I'm guilty. I'm trying to bring the magic for the family.
Yeah.
And then I see the sweater that I want along the way, and I said, "Oh well, you
That's
know,
a nice sweater.
That's
beautiful.
you deserve something too." But I have tried to get better with my needs and my wants.
Yes.
At this 56 days, I don't really need anything else. Usually, it's something I want.
Yeah.
And I need to try to control my wants so that I can stay in my budget. And it's a challenge.
Yeah.
It's a challenge even
So
when you know.
explain that, because that's a really good point there. Everybody's budget is different, right?
Right.
You might want to do a new sweater budget. I got to get together a stolen bike budget. But tell people how they adjust based on where they are so it doesn't take away from those needs and bills that have to be paid, especially when you talk about your shelter and your basic needs.
Right. Well, for me, to be honest, one of the things I do is I stay out of the stores and I try to stay offline because Amazon makes it too easy for me. So I get the magazines from all of the boutiques. I don't even open them anymore. I just throw them. Bless you. I just throw them in the trash because if I start opening and there's this store I like. I think it's called Boston Proper. I don't know. It's a ladies' magazine.
Yeah.
If I start looking, then I see
Start
stuff.
buying.
So
Turn the page.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice too. Turn the page.
I treat it like junk mail now. I just throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
Throw it in the trash.
I got you.
It's
So
just-
there's some discipline.
Yeah. And I think it's a work in progress for all of us.
Is there shoppers rehab you can go to? Is there cold turkey? Is there, is
Like anything else, I guess some of us are better, but me, I'm trying hard to focus on my needs and my wants because you have that remorse and then, it's not anything fun. So let's just try to avoid it. But you can always get yourself back on track. It's never too late.
Right.
It's never too late.
Right. And as a reminder, you didn't mention it, so I am.
What's that?
Throughout the year.
Our
you go
money
to the
matters?
Our money matters.
Yes. Okay.
Always there to be helpful.
Right. So here's the thing. Go on libertybank.net. Under resources, you'll see Our Money Matters and sign up. It's a free service paid for by Liberty Bank. Anybody of any age can become a member. You fill out, answer a few questions, and then it customizes the experience for you. So if you're getting ready for retirement, that's the experience you'll get. You'll get information, news, webinars, videos, all focused on that. If you're about to send a kid to college, you'll get those resources. If you're in that sandwich generation and you're taking care of elderly parent, plus you have kids in school, that's the material that will be sent to you, and and then the more you look, you can actually win prizes and cash prizes and things like that just for participating. So, yeah, it's
All
fun.
right.
It's never too late to get back on track.
Hey, every time I see you, I say, our money matters.
Our money matters.
Well, first of all, on a personal note, really professional, I want to thank Liberty, especially for over the years of using African American media and radio and these outlets, man. Your partnership, the information has been valuable, and from you, Ann and Alden, and even Todd, everyone who's, it really makes a difference. And thank y'all on behalf of my family. I know that I would not be as good. I know I need to be better, Will. The tips I've gotten from people like Ann and you and others have helped me and my family, as well as access to an institution where I got a low interest Visa card.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I have an account where if something happens, someone will call me.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm overseas, and they checked something out, and Liberty put a stop on it till they made sure it was me.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
thank y'all for being an institution that we can trust, that really educates us too.
Yeah, I have
All
a
right.
mortgage with Liberty. You know, Liberty changes lives, and Liberty wants to create generational wealth within our community.
Yeah.
For us,
Yeah.
by us.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Angel, for coming back yet
you look-
again,
hang on my back.
helping us to think with more intent
Will,
about the holiday spend.
Will, they took all my bags. They took all of the bags.
Yeah, I know. So
Well,
I will
you
say
you do feel for me.
I do. And
But you got a job to
Well,
do,
you know,
man.
Get the kids the new bike first.
Well, you know, I was here when you got the news. I
know.
saw your face when you're looking at the phone. I'm like,
what happened?
Yeah, right. Because it's like, I mean, I've known this man for a little while, and it's like,
It's like the Grinch who stole Christmas.
yeah, right. You know, and
steals
and
the
it would be
bikes?
bad if it was one bike.
Took all, no, they
But
took
the
all,
entire
they took
family.
Yeah,
all of
you know, and right now,
and my grandson.
you know.
Don't let it
So-
steal your joy.
They took
Yeah,
KJ
yeah,
bike.
yeah.
All right,
yeah.
all right.
He's going to bounce back.
Yeah,
He's
we're
going
gonna
to bounce
bounce
back.
back.
Going to bounce back. And one of the reasons he's going to bounce back because he's got Liberty back.
I've got Liberty back.
Okay,
And
so
you buy some bike locks.
That's a
yeah,
great segue.
right. All right. So look, we're going to have to get out of here. Lord willing, I'll be blessed to be back in here on Monday morning. And I wish that you all will have a fantastic Friday and an even better weekend.
Yes.
Upcoming is the front porch. As for now, Will Sutton and OT, we're signing off, making room for the front porch right here at WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Bring my bike.